Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to My Vow to My Liege. Last time we almost died several times. That's about it.
找到他了，就赶紧回来喝鱼羹啊！
I forgot, we're in a village with she? Is that she? I think that's his name. Come back quickly. Don't forget to finish the fish soup. It's because I feel well rested, or because the medicine he gave me was so effective that my body feels as light as a feather. It has been many years since I felt this way. Even my heart feels like it's soaring. The footpath goes downhill, and I can already smell the faint scent of water. Here he is. Zaishi, I believe. Right? No. Suddenly a thought crossed my mind. I slowed down my pace. My life starts to flash before my eyes, as if I were on the brink of death. Everything that happened in my past feels so unreal. Although I cannot deny that we were indeed saved by a man named Zaishi. Yeah, that's his name. Visions of a man dressed in white, while standing amid that black swampy water came to mind. He's pretty. I have my mouth in amazement. Is that possible? There must be the illusion that one has before they die. Ever since the nightmares about what happened at Lake Tai began, the image of that person keeps appearing in my mind. It must be why I'm seeing a vision of him as my rescuer. That must be it. After all, when I went to the sword pond 5 years ago and saw the place filled with dead bodies, among them was it? Among them was it? My favorite person. As I try to piece the past events together in my mind, I become more and more confused as to what really happened. Amid the chaos of my mind, one assumption seems clear. If only that person were alive. I run like the wind to the riverside. Where is the pretty boy? Next to an old tree that is half submerged in water, I see a familiar figure with his back turned toward me, his head lowered. He's staring at 2 mounds of dirt that were under the tree. I hold my breath and slow down my pace as my vision begins to blur. In front of me was a man with hair fluttering lightly in the breeze. He carries with him an air of gentle dignity, just like my childhood dreams, which have disappeared and have never returned. There he is. He's not really as pretty in this shot. The man turns around and faces me with a warm smile. A refreshing breeze blows from the direction of the river, and all the hardships that I've faced these past 5 years seems to disappear in it. The only thing I can remember is our final moments together, and Yi Guang's beautiful and gentle smile. Today, I finally see for myself, in that pair of calm, bright eyes, a thin, fair village man. Although I have changed since then, he is still as perfect as the day we first met. Oh my. This is a dream, please don't wake me up. Hello?
几年不见，你可别是变傻了。
His voice is nice. I don't see you for a few years, and you turn dumb. Yi Guang opens his arms to tease me, welcoming me like he did in our youth, and making me feel like I had never left his side. I choke on my emotions as I punch his chest with all my might.
哇，你用得着这么大力吗？
Did you need to use that much strength? I thought you were dead. Unable to control myself, I burst into tears. Lost in my anger, the turbulence of many mixed emotions turns to a violent storm within my heart. Suddenly I'm taken back 5 years ago, to the bloody event that happened at Lake Tai. Sitting at the ground at the sword pond covered in fresh blood and corpses, I had torn my vocal cords with an ear-piercing scream. I had once thought that killing the dragon god would be well worth the sacrifice, but little did I know that the price would be so heavy. To secure the spirit of the dragon god, my father had reinforced the sword pond by cruelly sacrificing all of the people in the Shi clan. While I rummaged through the mountain of corpses like a madman for Yi Guang's remains, I felt like I too had died. As ever, I failed to save everyone. Never have I managed to keep those near and dear to me. Why of all people in the world do I survive? 'Cause the fish. Hey. Hey. Sorry.
为什么要道歉？
Why do you need to apologize? What I'm wondering is how you have your hair around your finger like that. Because not only is this part not the way it needs to be, but this is so much thicker than this part. And that's not how it goes. I couldn't get to Tiger Hill in time to save you. I'm sorry.
这根本不关你的事，何必苛责自己？
Why are you blaming yourself when you had nothing to do with it? My head is hurting and I feel dizzy. It almost feels like I'm dying again. Yi Guang lets out a sigh, then lifts my lowered head. He takes his sleeve and gently dries my tears. Under his calm and quiet gaze, I slowly regain my composure. Yi Guang.
冷静些了吗？我需要你听我说话。
Have you calmed down? I need you to listen to what I'm about to say.
当年，早在秋季前，我阿娘已通过卦象卜知诸神之事凶多吉少。
At that time, before the autumn's offering ceremony, and through her divinations, my mother already knew what was going to happen.
你我早知龙神是邪魔外道，一旦他吸取了足够多的姬无魂力而邪法大成，世上就难逢敌手。届时覆灭的，又何止你我两族？
You and I know that the dragon god is not a real god. Once he has absorbed enough souls and magical power from the rulers of Neig, he will unleash an unstoppable force of evil upon the world. When that time comes, it will be more than just you and I who will suffer.
我爹娘族人视之诸神，为的是心中大义，哪怕最后劫数难逃，仍是我们的抉择。
It was my parents and the rest of my clansmen who insisted on killing the dragon god for the greater good. Despite having to sacrifice yourselves, it was still a choice.
正如你们因为自己的抉择付出了代价。
Just as you and your family paid the price for your choice. I gaze into Yi Guang's clear, bright eyes, and am amazed by how they hold no trace of deception.
我还活着，你也一样。
I'm still alive and so are you.
我不记恨任何人。
I do not hold any resentment toward anyone. I'm speechless, but I know that everything he has said was from his heart. Shi Yingguang has always been a generous and broad-minded person. My torrid emotions finally calm down as I sob and rub my nose. I eye Yi Guang's sleeve with embarrassment. It is now messy with my salt and tears. Ew. Yi Guang waves his hands in an act of casual dismissal.
我还以为你要直接哭断气呢。
I thought you were going to cry until you died. What a dumb thing to say. I start to laugh, and Yi Guang joins in laughter. With everything that happened that day at the sword pond, how did you manage to escape?
阿娘心软，舍不得我一同陪葬，暗中托付族中的一位大佬。万一不测，便施法使我假死，并带离吴国。
My mother couldn't bear the thought of me dying if something terrible would happen, so she secretly arranged for an elderly man in our clan to fake my death and sneak me out of Neig.
后来我们隐姓埋名，辗转到了此地，就有了你今日所见的西施。
We then changed our names and moved here. That's how I became Zishi. See.
大致情况我已听勾践说了，想不到来求医的原来是你和越王啊！
Guoxian had already given me the gist of it, but I did not think the one seeking medical treatment would be you and the king of Yue. I thought you already knew.
几天前，一个旧病人来信，请我为他的朋友治怪病。
A few days ago, an old patient of mine sent me a letter begging me to cure his friend of an unusual ailment.
我早知这人出身不低，却没想到，他口中的朋友就是你们。直到感应到余欲靠近。
I knew that this was a person of power, but I did not think the friend he mentioned was you until I felt the jadefish amulet nearby. Your old patient should be a relative of Guoxian, so he rushed to the swamp because of the jadefish amulet.
余欲几乎算我的分身，感应到他在附近时，我还吃了一惊呢。
The jadefish amulet is like an extension of myself. When I felt it close by, I was shocked. 5 years ago, when you gave me this amulet, did you know what was going to happen?
有隐约的预感，但未卜先知如我阿娘，又如何呢？这世间人做事啊，许多时看的都不只是后果。
I had a hunch, but what does it matter if I can foresee the future like my mother? People are unpredictable, and the future is never set in stone. That is true. I never stopped my father, nor I, from trying to break the sacred vow. Not even when we knew that it would be as difficult as becoming a god.
昨日之事不可留，昨日之忧不可思。莫要徒增烦恼。
Sorry. Let bygones be bygones. I really don't care about what happened. Yi Guang smiles as he turns to look at the earthen mounds beneath the tree.
去年，那位大佬辞世了，我把他葬到我爹娘的衣冠冢旁边，得闲时，来与他们话话家常，仅此而已。
Last year, the old man passed away. I buried him next to my parents' gravestone, and I come here to chat with them whenever I'm free.
斯人已逝，与人世间切断了联系。活着的人，又何必强留住那些爱恨往事，用来束缚自己的人生呢？
The dead are no longer with us, so why do the living need to chain themselves to the emotions of the past? I gaze at the 2 mounds of dirt as the river continues to flow endlessly next to me. It seems like I'm the only one holding on to all this hatred and suffering. But I don't want to be tied down by my own destiny. I cannot escape his chains. If only there were more easygoing people like you in this world.
戏子，不好了！
Hello, Mr. Zaishi. Come quick.
阿忠嫂。
Mrs. Zong? I am mispronouncing these names today.
放着小妹和剑的屋子在震呢。
Now that the little girl and dagger are... The hut where the little girl and dagger are is shaking.
知道了，我们走。
I can't read. I'm coming. Apparently the hut is also growling. Once we reach the courtyard, we hear a strange, bestial sound coming from the wooden hut where Xiao Zhang is in. Some of the roof thatching on it has even fallen off. As I take out the keys, Yi Guang waves his hand and the door opens with a whoosh. Oh, that is a sight. Huh. I don't like it. The once tranquil light of the hut has now turned bizarre. A thick fog escapes from the room and engulfs me, making me feel nauseous and dizzy. The once motionless Xiao Zhang seems to struggle as the dagger inches closer to stabbing her in the heart. Uh-oh. Yi Guang uses for the silver strings, and immediately blood pours out from his finger, dyeing the silver string red.
好，从天坠者，从地出者， 服。
I command you, from the sky fall, from the earth rise. Obey. As the spell falls from his lips, the silver string starts to glow a pale green. In an instant, the thick fog of the bestial sounds stop, as everything returns to the peaceful state that it had once been. Yu Guang enters the hut and nods his head at me.
人没事，放心吧。
She's fine. No, she ain't. Just now, was that normal?
不正常。
No, it's not normal, of course.
我在屋中布下2种咒术，一个是银线逆引之术，能引导少将散逸的魂力回体；另一个则是辟邪之术。
I placed 2 different kinds of spells on this hut. One is silver string that's supposed to bring Xiaoxiang's... How do I say it? Xiaoxiang's. I hope. So back to her body. And the other is a spell to cast out evil spirits.
通常2种咒术都不会有什么动静，除非
Usually, these 2 spells wouldn't cause any trouble, unless... Yi Guang holds the dagger gingerly, as he becomes lost in his thoughts. Unless it is the work of the dagger. I too were nearly harmed by its evil aura.
嗯，这把短剑并不是邪物，而是神器才对。
This dagger is not cursed, but a sacred artifact. Sacred artifact?
对，它的巫力很强，与那座封神的德鼎相比，也能羁绊。
That's right. Its magical powers are very potent. It has at least half the power of that of the Ding, which we sealed the Dragon God in. We're speechless. To think of my endless search for such a strong artifact was right in front of me this whole time. We were always under the impression that the dagger was medium of the curse. But if she is not under the curse of the dagger, why hasn't she woken up?
根据我对巫邪那伙人的了解，他们施术把少将的神魂困在血祭阵中，而这血祭阵正在试试他的魂力，亦是使他昏迷的原因。
According to what I know from Mage Zhan and his group, they probably put Xiao Zhang's soul in a human sacrificial array to feed on the power that is needed to sustain her body. That is why she hasn't woken up yet. A human sacrificial array. It's like the shotgun carousel from Saw. The sacrificial array.
对，血祭阵难缠之处在于，它以重咒者的血为媒介，结阵于神魂上。以外力贸然破阵的话，恐怕会误伤神魂。
That's right. The tricky thing about this human sacrificial array is that it would need the blood of its victim to work. If we use force to break it, it would hurt the person's soul.
如果没有那把神剑护体，少将走在重咒时就已被夺走身魂了。
If that sacred dagger hadn't been protecting her, Xiao Zhang would have died the minute they captured her soul. And that's why the followers did not kill her. Though even if they tried, they might not have succeeded.
那把剑和鱼玉一样拥有气灵，也会固有其主。
That dagger is like the amulet. They both contain spirits that would protect their owners. Back then, the amulet protected me from an evil aura. If the dagger is so powerful, why doesn't it help Xiao Zhang?
恐怕施术的龙神信徒也付出了极大代价，才强行突破了剑灵的防御吧。
Perhaps the followers of the Dragon God also paid a high price to breach the dagger's defenses. From what Zhang Dan told me, it takes 3 lives. It's really strange. The followers must have known her real identity, if they were after Xiao Zhang specifically. But why are they still chasing after her, even after getting what they wanted? And why are they still using the human sacrificial array?
其实，他们布阵施使魂力必有所图。或许症结出在了少将身上。
Indeed. Perhaps they needed the magical power from her soul, and hence they needed to use the array. Perhaps there was something special about Xiao Zhang. I still don't know how to say her name. With that said, with that said, was Shou Jing's disappearance on Tiger Hill really a coincidence? The more we dig into the matter, the more confusing it gets. Looks like we have to wait until Shou Jing wakes up to understand this better. So, is there anything we could do to save her from the array?
只要她的魂力聚集起来，借银线阵之助，就能靠自己的巫力破阵了。
With the help of the silver strings, as long as she can amass enough power within her soul, with the help of the silver strings, she should be able to use her own magic to break free from the spell. Her own magic.
你不知少江是巫女吗？她修为还不错呢。
Did you not know Shou Jing was a mage? Her powers are quite strong. We're learning that the dagger is a sacred artifact. I didn't think there was a piece of more shocking news. He Guang sighs and presses his index finger on Shou Jing's forehead. A white light emits from where he was pressing as silver strings shimmer all around us. It was then that I realized that Shou Jing doesn't look as withered as before. She now looks like she has simply fallen asleep. Her rosy cheeks stand out against her dark hair and fair complexion. Although she is still a child, even though she's still a little childlike, she's quite the beauty. She's beautiful, a powerful mage, and the favorite princess of the King of Kui. If I was really a man, I would be happy to have obtained such a treasure. What's stopping you?
我渡给了少江一些巫力，但杯水车薪，治本之法，仍要他本人以神魂破阵。不过，刚刚似乎是有外力催动了他体内的血气阵，才出了那番异变。
I will have transferred some of my powers to Shou Jing. It's only a drop in the ocean compared to what she needs. She needs to use her own power to break out of this. That said, it must have been an outside force that created the disturbance just now. Could have been the Dragon God's followers.
应该是。
Should have been. Igor must have felt that something was wrong, for he was stern expression. What's the matter?
村外的守阵被人触动了。
Something has happened to the protective spells that are placed outside of the village. I don't understand what's happening, but I just after him as he flies at the door. Run back to the bank of the river. There's already quite a few villagers gathered here. They point to the opposite bank. The children run around underfoot as they join in on the fun. Following the gaze of the others, I look at the opposite bank. No.
果然是他们搞的鬼。
It really is them. Yiguang, we're gonna get everyone to safety.
别担心，他们闯不进我布在村子四周的守阵。
Don't worry, they can't enter the village since I placed a protective spell over it. Didn't you just say I got messed up? In that he points to the softly glowing string that runs along the bank of the river. Is that the protective spell?
对，我和大佬当初为防有邪物闯进村中，合力布下了守护阵。
Yeah, a long time ago, the old man and I were afraid that something evil would come into the village. And so, together, we put this place under protective spell.
那天救回你们后，我猜信徒还会再来，便特意针对他们惯用的巫法加固了阵法。
After saving me that day, I guessed that the Dragon God's followers would come back. So I used another protective spell that is especially strong against their form magic. They have a lot of people. Are you sure about this?
守阵常年被地脉灵力滋养，无碍。就算没有守阵，我也不把他们放在眼里。
Don't worry, the protective spell has been strengthened and nurtured by the power of nature these many years. But even without the spell, there's still no need for concern. Geniuses are all so proud. Nothing. The leader of the followers takes a step forward and points to me. Is he picking me out for a demonstration?
他手中好像拿了些什么。
He's holding something in his hands. It's gonna be a whole man. Walk closer to the riverbank with caution. He lifts a pale green jade amulet that is made even more eye-catching from the followers' black attire in the background. That's Chen Feng's amulet.
好，进去。
Swords go forth. Show me this. With an exaggerated wave of his hands, swords of water magically rise out of the river and fly toward the enemy. The leader of the group gives a sinister sneer as a sudden puff of smoke seems to swallow them where they stand. The spectators give a gasp of surprise. The water swords turn back into water after passing through the smoke. As the smoke dissipates, there was no trace of the men in black. Big walk. Give me back my sword. Chen Feng and I were on the boat when we were attacked and got separated. He must have been captured by the villains.
也可能是个故弄玄虚的陷阱。如果他们只是为了抓你，用陈峰本人做诱饵，岂不更好？
But it may also be a trap. If the goal is to catch you, it would be more effective to use the actual captive instead. I know, but you cannot expect me to do nothing, can you?
陈峰也是我的朋友，他出事我怎会坐视不理？如果真的落到信徒手上，我一探便知。
Chen Feng is also my friend. Chen Feng is cool. Do you think I'd do nothing if he really was in danger? I would have been able to tell if he had been captured by the Dragon God's followers with just one look. I didn't mean it that way.
我明白，但你的身子虚得很，需要好好调理，还不如留在守镇，等我的消息。
I understand, but your body's so weak. You need time to recover. You should wait for me here. Yiga Wang looks at me sternly. I feel guilty, like a difficult patient who has not followed her doctor's orders. Fine, have a point. I'll stay here in the village.
放心，我不会和他们正面冲突的。
Don't worry, I'll not take the enemy head on. I'll just use the snakes from around here.
乡亲们，你们也别出村或者下田了。刚刚那群是妖怪，很危险。大家先安心等我回来。
Fellow villagers, please stop tending to the fields and stay in the village. Those men who were here are very dangerous. Please rest and wait for my return.
哎呀，原来不是变戏法的呀！
I mean, that was not a performance. Most of the villagers are none the wiser as they laugh and chat about what happened just now. I'm the only one who's worried. Yiga Wang waves at us. He taps his foot lightly on the water and sails gracefully across the river to the other side. I scared her. Said the hut, I anxiously walk in circles until my head starts to hurt and I begin to feel dizzy. The waning moonlight is faint. The flickering candlelight irritates me. I've been listening to the silence of the courtyard since sundown. Mrs. Zong left after watching the utensils. There are no masters or servants in this village, so she's the only one. Oh, so she only comes to help when she's free. It's getting late now. There's no sign of Yiga Wang. Something is not quite right. Girl. Sound. Could be Shojang. I quickly take out the key, only to find that there's no lock on the door. An ominous red glow can be seen through the large crack in it. With the crack, I see the dagger swaying right above Shojang's chest. The tip of the blade seems to be lowering bit by bit. Were they trying to lure Yiga Wang just now by the riverbank? No, there's no time to waste. I cannot let the blade hurt Shojang. Why are they sniffing? A peal of eerie laughter resounds throughout the hut. The gems on the carved animal hilt of the dagger look alive, like real eyes. They seem to roll as they look right at me.
残生无念，生亦何患？ 如死了。
Ugh, back at it again. How happy can you be with that wretched life of yours? You might as well just die. It's you again.
你谁也救不了，你连你自己都救不了。
You can't even save yourself. How can you save others? You're lost.
盼望最长，苦家亡。
Because of your betrayal, your nation will crumble and families will be torn apart. Oh, that's a different thing. That is interesting. What? Red light coming from the room is getting more and more intense. The gems that are like eyes melt under the red light and drip down the dagger like blood. More like liquid drips onto Shojing's body and turns into flames. The beautiful mage, the sacred dagger, the hut, everything is going up in flames. The chilly night wind makes me shiver as I stare at the hut in front of me. Its doors are locked. Nothing seems out of place. I slept myself. I seem to be awake. It's just a dream. Just now? We're going to take out the keys hanging on my hip and go into the hut to see Xiao Zhang. Ooh. Ooh. The dagger that is pointed out your chest slowly goes into flames. Xiao Zhang and the dagger start to shake. Xiao Zhang strolls while dangling in midair, crosses the floor with a loud thud. Her body is now tangled up with strings like a wooden puppet. Twisting moves unnatural ways. The strings cut into her soft, white flesh, making her bleed. She wonders if she struggles. But if this continues, Xiao Zhang will die. Xiao Zhang, I'm coming, don't move. Trying to endure the pain of the sacred seal, I start to pull on the intertwining silver strings with my bare hands. And one of them cuts deep into my palms like a knife, until my hands are in shreds. I look at the strings. I watch the dagger hanging in front of me. It starts to quiver and emit a cold light. If you really are a secret artifact that is meant to protect her, then let me use you to save her. You will save her before it collapses from the pain. Yeah. Are these dead bodies? What is with this pile up of corpses over here? Where am I? That's a good question, because I don't know what's going on here. And everything else is self-explanatory, except for these, like, bushes of corpses. Chapter 5, okay. Woo! The earth belongs to the living, and everything deep beneath it belongs to the dead. As souls cross the river Styx, they belong to the underworld. The vow the ancestors of the king of Neig made with the dragon god was indeed to give their bodies and souls to him. But it said nothing on the deep pain of being swallowed, nor that they would dissolve into nothingness. I never thought that I'd have the chance to go to the underworld when I die. Too bad they didn't welcome new residents, as their city gates are tightly closed. So great is the number of decaying corpses and skeletons that they're like waves of a turbulent river as they crash non-stop against the city gates. The cries and wails rise up incessantly. There seems to be fire and black smoke outside of these gates, but I cannot smell anything. Why does the underworld resemble a battlefield? Ayo? Who art thou? A thunderous roar pierces the red sky. The fierce and gigantic monster with the face of a man and the body of a goat comes charging at the city gates. His whole body emits an evil aura. He causes bits of brick and dust to fly everywhere, but the city gates do not budge. The impact does not even cause a crack in the endless city walls that stand there motionless. The monster roars at the sky. 2 balls of flame appear at the top of the wall, push back the creature. It appears that the 2 balls of flame are actually 2 big golden red birds. One of the birds has a rider on it.
饕餮，你休想进入！
Tao Tai, don't even think of entering the city. It also lifts its weird and terrible man-like face as its monstrous roar turns into a ghastly human voice.
等你肉身死掉，无力断绝，剑魂也自然是神之的。
When your body dies and your magic disappears, the spirit of your dagger will belong to my sovereign god. Could this be? Oh. A malicious gust of wind comes at me from behind, but I manage to dodge it. Somehow I feel something slice the back of my hand, like a rusty sword's edge. Hi! This is not what I thought I was going to be getting this evening. The perpetrator of the sneak attack is a corpse dressed in tattered armor. His skin is deathly pale and decaying, while his movements are sluggish and unnatural. Why is someone trying to kill me when I'm already dead and at the gates of the underworld? I try to find a weapon, but all I see is a scorched and barren land with nothing on it but smoke, sand, and huge piles of corpses that are as tall as mountains. Is this really the legendary underworld? I dodge to the side as this undead man, who looks like he's about to collapse, jumps out and comes at me with his sword. The boy! Chen Feng! Hello! Thank you. Chen Feng. Look at the person who cuts the undead man in half. Although he isn't far away, the cloud of sand that blows in the wind obscures his face. But the figure is clearly...
魂归!
His soul returned. There was a louder clear. And as soon as it speaks, a large, pale green fish leaps up from the ground at my feet. It rolls me up and its long tail swims high into the sky. Wait, Chen Feng, he's... The sea from the underworld disappears, but... Everything about this is wrong. Pain. Terrible pain. The secret seal in my chest hurts like it's tearing at my flesh. The pain this time is very unusual. The strong smell and taste of blood is spreading through my mouth, like something that is growing and it's about to burst forth. The feeling of a clear steam seems to flow from my forehead and gushes into my body. It gradually stops the pain. I open my eyes to see Yi Guang stretching his arm out with 2 fingers pressed against my forehead. A pale green glow can be seen where his fingers were touching me. Thanks, I'm fine now.
你这样有多久了?
How long have you had this condition? After I inherited the secret seal, this would happen occasionally, but it started to become more frequent a year ago. Suddenly I feel like something is not right, and to open my clothes. Oh, it's like 1/5 turning black, which is I'm gonna die soon. That's fun. Too shocked to say anything. The 5-petal marking of the seal was originally bright red, but now one of its petals has turned black, like a rotting lump of clotted blood. I had seen with my own eyes Father's sacred seal just before he died. It looked like a charred black flower that was about to wither on his chest. How much time do I have left?
我不知道.
Oh no. Oh no. You're part of the Shi clan that held the position of the head priest in Neek for generations. I pull on Yi Guang's sleeve. Taste the blood is getting stronger.
历代先王死因皆不相同，神盟一变化也没有规律可循。
The causes of death for the former kings are all varied, therefore the sacred seal's methods are not fixed. I cannot die, we cannot die. As the dragon god obtains our soul, he will break out of the ding. Yi Guang pulls me to a strong embrace. I realize that my hands are trembling terribly. Then a drop or two starts trickling down my cheeks. And soon before I knew what is happening, my whole face is covered in tears.
我不会让你死的。
This is a loaded thing. I will not let you die. Of course he will. Everybody will. The king.
若问我对过去5年有什么悔恨，我应该留在你身边。
If you ask me what regrets I have, I regret not staying by your side over the past 5 years. What nonsense. At that time, I did not have the power to protect him. But... Yi Guang, I don't want to die. I really don't want to die.
我知道，我一定会让你活下去的。我会治好少将，也会想办法阻止神盟印恶化。
I know. I will definitely find a way for you to live on. I will save Xiaozhang, and at the same time, find a way to break the sacred seal.
相信我。
Please believe me. I don't.
嘘，睡吧。我在这里一直陪着你。
Go to sleep now. I'll be right here. And then we just do. A gentle tune plays softly in my ears. Just since he was young, Yi Guang had always been able to sing. He can even make serious and monotonous chants sound like the sweet songs of nature. Although I don't know what song he's singing now. He sounds so melodious and contemplative, as if he were longing for someone. I think back to the days when we were at the Niig Palace by the river, with the beautiful and gentle head priest and priestess and our 3 older brothers. We should let bygones be bygones, as Yi Guang once said. He just did. However, this song reminds me of those beautiful times when I could still sleep in peace. Yi Guang, too, has never forgotten those times. I wake up just as dawn is breaking. I find Yi Guang leaning against the headboard of my bed in a seated position, with eyes closed as if in a trance. It looks like he has kept his word and kept me company the whole night. There are thousands of things going through my mind right now. Like, what are the countermeasures that we need to take going forward? And what am I approaching death? In the end, I just lie awake in bed, trying to chase the lines of this beautiful person's face that seems to glow under the morning sunlight. How I wish time would just stop right now.
醒了。
Are you awake? No. No, we're not. Yi Guang opens his eyes and looks alert. Did you not get any sleep last night?
睡了一会儿。来，阿忠嫂做了新鲜的咸肉粥，趁热吃。
I just sleep a little. Mrs. Zhang has made freshly roasted meat. We should eat it while it's hot. Yes, please. But I have no appetite. I don't want to waste Mrs. Zhang's efforts, so I force down a bowl of porridge spoon by spoon. The porridge is fragrant and delicious. It has been boiled to a smooth consistency, together with salted meat and fresh vegetables. It leaves a warm feeling in my tummy as I drink it down. It makes me feel so alive.
好吃吧？
It's good. And now my head. The despair that I feel is being washed away.
先生吃炸虾了，说我自己钓的。
There's a kid who just barged into the house. Because kids. Sir, have a fried shrimp. I caught it on my own.
阿牛，你给我回来！
On you. Come back here.
对不住啊，先生，他吵着你们说话了。
I couldn't stop him, He's making a fuss about wanting to talk to you, gentlemen.
诶，这个新来的哥哥怎么又受伤了？
Why is the new brother hurt again? The village kid eyes my wounded hands with curiosity. Suddenly I hear the clatter from outside the door as 5 or 6 heads pop into view. Some are old, some are young, but they all startle me as they start to teeter.
阿婶阿婆们，来都来了，进屋坐坐吧。
Aunties and grandmas, please come in and have a seat. The children rush in with glee as they take a seat on my bed. The ladies shuffle in behind them as they smile bashfully at me.
大家就是想看看有没有什么能帮忙的。小哥，有事尽管叫我啊。
Everyone just wants to know if there's anything they can help you with. Hey lad, if you need anything, just let me know. Thank you, Mrs. The porridge you made was really delicious.
阿忠嫂的手艺是越来越好了，有你帮忙，药方都能少开几天了。
It's as long as cooking skills are getting better and better. With you here to help, the clinic may be closed more often.
哎呀，先生你真会说话，老婆子、小孩子，还有谁是你哄不笑的？
Oh my, you're such a way with words. From grannies to children, is there anyone you cannot draw a laugh from?
老阿公呗。
The old grandpas.
混小子，你给我闭嘴！
Dumb child, shut up. His face.
小哥啊，西子医术好，人也好，你就安心将小妹交给他治，自己多歇着啊。
Lad, Mr. Zaishi is a good doctor and a good man. You can leave it to him to cure your little sister. You just need to look after yourself. Yes, I will do as you say, Mrs.
好好好，阿姐下午给你烧鱼吃。大伙儿，咱也别吵着小哥休息了，走吧走吧。
That's great. This afternoon I will grill some fish for you. Everyone, let's not interrupt this young man's rest. Let's go. The villagers express their well wishes before filing out of the hut. Now there's just Yi Guang and I. The lively atmosphere seems to linger as Yi Guang leans lazily against the bed. He's clearly enjoying the moment.
村里的大家很能闹腾吧？
Everyone in the village really knows how to liven the place up, huh? It's all good.
想当年我和大佬初到村中，也是多亏了他们的照顾。
To think that when I first arrived here with the old man, we really had to rely on their kindness.
这些年来，我没有什么可以回报，只能用阿爹教我的那点皮毛给大家看看病。没想到，居然被当成了名医，倒是错有错着了。
During that time, there was nothing I could do to return the favor except to use what little knowledge I was taught to look in on their sick. I had never once thought that they would take me for a renowned doctor, but it all worked out. He's a liar! I think everyone likes you for who you are, and not just your good doctoring skills.
也对，反正巫术在这里也没什么用，我就用来变戏法了，大受好评呢。
You have a point. After all, there really is no use for magic in this place. I use it mainly to entertain, and it seems to be well received. As I gaze at Yi Guang's kind and pleasant smile, I finally come to a clear revelation that he and I have long drifted apart. Yeah, our childhood years had been left at the bright and beautiful Neig Palace by the river as time, like the river, flows continuously forward. Yi Guang has a happy life here, and that's enough. Hey. We'll wait for Xiao Jing to get better, and then we'll watch you perform.
承蒙不弃。
It will be my pleasure. Now let's talk about something more serious. Last night in my unconscious mind, I went to a place that was dangerous and strange like the underworld. There I heard your voice as big fish pulled me out. That was not a dream, was it? Yu Wang nods with a serious expression on his face.
大鱼是鱼玉的玉魂，我感觉到鱼玉有异样赶了回来。看到你满手血抱着少将，还神魂离体闯进了血祭阵，便马上驱使玉魂带你出阵。
That big fish with the spirit of the jade fish amulet. I felt a warning from the amulet and rushed back to see your hands covered in blood as you held Xiaojing. Whoops. Your soul had already been pulled into the human sacrificial array, and I immediately used the spirit of the amulet to bring you out of it. The human sacrificial array. I think back to the corpses on the barren land outside of the city gates and that familiar figure. I suddenly feel the color drain from my face. Did you find Chen Feng yesterday? I saw him in the human sacrificial array. Yu Wang is also shocked at the news.
没有，龙神信徒应该没抓到他。我还不清。
Why did you skip? What happened? Okay. He asked for details. No, the followers of the Dragon God likely did not catch him, but I'm unsure about his situation. So in detail what happened last night. I think the game messed up. Really anxious to take a deep breath and start telling Yu Wang about everything that happened last night, leaving nothing out. Starting with the time I had to cut the silver strings to save it, Xiaojing until the point where I managed to escape from the human sacrificial array. All the while, Yu Wang paces silently in front of the bed as he listens attentively. That's what happened. The voice of the person riding on the back of the bird sounds like a girl. Could be that of Xiaojing. She seems to be preventing the Taotai from breaking down the city gates and entering.
我也这样认为。我曾仔细看过忽悠少将的神剑，剑上刻画了南方朱雀镇压凶兽饕餮的纹样。
I also believe it to be her. I once took a good look at Xiaojing's sacred dagger, and on it, as decoration, I saw a carving of a southern phoenix suppressing the fierce Taotai.
那两只大鸟，应该是化身为朱雀的剑魂。
Those two large birds could be the phoenix. They are the spirits of the sacred dagger.
传说中，饕餮是他的宿敌。龙神信徒，也许是借饕餮之形与剑魂相斗，以遏制神剑的神力。
According to the legends, the Taotai is their sworn enemy. Perhaps the Dragon God's followers borrowed the form of Taotai to oppose and weaken the magical powers of the sacred dagger. When I recall the dagger's glinting eyes and the malicious aura, I can only nod my head in agreement. Though it was the big city that the Phoenix and Xiaojing were protecting.
难说。阵中所呈现的景象都是巫力的具现化，可能出于少将、布阵者，甚至是剑魂的意念。
It's hard to say. Everything that appears in the magical array are just projections and not their real form. These projections could have come from Xiaojing, the caster, or even the spirit of the sacred dagger. So seeing Chen Feng there could have just been a projection conjured up from my mind.
有可能。你关心则乱，故有所见。意念瞬息万变，你的神魂能直接入阵见到异象，已经是万分难有其一的运气了。
That is a possibility. Your concern for him may have conjured up his image. Your thoughts change faster than the wind. It is a miracle that your soul is able to enter the magical array for you to see visions of it. I didn't do anything. Look at my hands that are covered in bandages and suddenly come up with an answer. Could it be my blood? I went to grab the dagger, my hands were bloody and raw. And it is possible that my blood mixed in with Xiaojing's.
也许啊，历代吴王身上的神蒙印承担着与龙神盟誓的阵法，龙神信徒之力也源自龙神， 神蒙印与血祭阵自然便是同源。
Maybe. The sacred seal on your body comes from the dragon god. The magical array also uses the power of the dragon god. So it is safe to assume that the blood of the one who holds the sacred seal has similar powers to that of the magical array. Supply my blood allows me to enter and exit the magical array. Yiguang frowns in disapproval as he grows aware of what I'm thinking of doing.
莫想着要入阵救人，只怕会得不偿失。
Don't you dare think of going in to save her. It's not worth the risk. Why?
你能入阵，是因为龙神的力量，这很有可能是使神蒙印恶化的原因。不要再贸然加深你与龙神的联系。
You were able to go into the magical array because you used the power of the dragon god. But it could very well have been a part of their plot. You should not risk deepening your connection with the dragon god by doing so again. This is urgent. The dragon god's followers keep invoking the magical array to attack. Xiaojiang's, and even Qin Feng's life may be in danger.
那么你呢？你的命呢？
What about you? What about your life? I'm well aware of the price of being the king of Niig. Hey. Yiguang suddenly raised his voice. Seems like he is really angry this time. How can I not see how concerned he is for me? We need to press on. Neither of us are willing to be the first to relent. Yiguang looks at me with the expression in his clear eyes gradually becomes sorrowful.
你看着我的眼睛告诉我，你真的不在乎。
Look me in the eye and tell me that you do not care about your life.
我说过我会救你，你不再信我了吗？
I said that I'll save you. Do not trust me anymore. I believe him. Of course I believe him. Just as I believed in all your future possibilities. In the end, they cannot come to pass. I don't want to be as helpless as I was 5 years ago. I want to live, to truly live, which means I need to gamble with my life. Yiguang, I believe in you. I'm no longer the one who was unable to save you. Yiguang lets out a long sigh.
我明白了，但我希望你能答应我，不到最后一步，你不会以身犯险。
I understand, but I want you to promise me that you will only do this when it is absolutely the necessary.
记得孙武先生对我们说过的话吗？知己知彼，百战不殆。
Do you remember what Mr. Sun Wu taught us? You will never lose the battle if you know yourself and your enemy.
且让我先去摸清那帮龙神信徒的情况。我已经知道他们如何催动血祭阵，也许很快就能找到稳当的破阵之法。
First, let me learn out more about the situation with the Dragon God's followers. I already know how they invoke the human sacrificial array. Perhaps I can find a way to break their spell soon. There's no more need for you to take yourself to the Dragon God.
我永远是你的朋友，赌命亦要做个聪明的赌徒，不要拒绝任何你能得到的帮助。
I will always be your friend. Even if you wish to gamble with your life. But you need to be clever about it. Don't reject what help you can get. After everything is said and done, I'm still the one troubling you. Yiguang flicks my forehead.
刚刚那话我不爱听，换一个。
I love the chibies. I don't like what you said just now. Change it. Thank you. He laughs and lowers his hand.
不谢，因为在我回来之前，你要帮我看顾好祝罗村的乡亲们。
No thanks are needed because you will need to help me look after Zulao village while I'm gone. We're supposed to lie. Fine as a deal. But you need to return my sword to me.
我藏起你的佩剑作甚？恐怕丢在沼泽了。我这有割草的镰刀，你要不将就一下？
She was just so cute. Why would I need to hide your sword? Perhaps you dropped it in the swamp. I do have a small sickle that I used to cut the grass. Can you make do with it? Yiguang laughs out loud. He has always been so carefree. But I have to admit, his carefree personality is very infectious, and I find myself laughing with him. For just one brief moment, I feel like we've gone back in time. But I know the truth. My early years at the Neig Palace by the river are no more. With that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.